ladies, and welcome back to Still Looking Good 58, the channel that reviews wigs for the mature woman. Today I have two wigs for you. One of them I made myself, and the other one is by Vivica Fox. It's called CAPDO. Yes, I kid you not, it's called CAPDO. It says Instant Celebrity Style, and I have this CAPDO in the color P4 2730. And as you can see, if you take a close look, this is a cap wig. It actually has braids in it. And yeah, I'm not really sure how long they are, but I will show you the wig. Here it is. These are the braids. So you can see the color of them. Yep, and it's in a cap. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this on. Matter of fact, let me show you the inside first. This is the inside. So what they have done is they have taken about 3 rows of braids and they braided them into this hat, and they use what we call in the sewing world seam binding. They put a piece of seam binding on top of each of these layers to cover them over when they sew them in this cap. So let me just put it on so you can see what it looks like. Now, the first thing I noticed about this cap wig, because there's braids inside here, it makes this thing really tight. Now, I have 2 issues. Number 1, my hair is not all braided down. And number 2, I have a bump on my head right here, and wearing a hat is always hard for me because of this bump, because I can't pull this part over that bump. So anyway, yeah, so this is what they look like. Let me stand up so you can see what they look like in the back. Let me just show you the back here. Yeah, there's the back. Yeah, so this is the cap wig. And I know that you guys are familiar with the scarf wigs that have been coming out. People have been really crazy about the scarf wigs, and they've been trying to find the scarf wigs all over the place. I think having braids and a cap is a cool idea. 2 things I would prefer. I would prefer to have a choice of what color the cap is, and this cap only comes in black. And I would also prefer to be able to have the option to put hair in it and braids. So speaking of that, I created my own cap wig, and this is it here. I actually put hair in mine, and I did basically the same thing they did, except, yeah, I did the same thing they did. I used seam binding on the side of mine, but I didn't put seam binding in the back. And let me tell you, sewing this thing on the back was the hardest thing that I found myself doing, because there's a piece in here that kind of bends out, and you have to sew on that. So yeah, so I put hair in mine because I wanted hair. And I found that even though I sewed 3 rows of hair into this wig, it still wasn't enough hair. It's real thin. You know, and maybe that's why they put braids in it, because you'd have to put at least 2 more rows, I would say, on each side, the front, you know, it's because the way you sew it is you're sewing the sides and the back. I would put 3 more rows on the sides and the back so that it's thicker, because this hair just to me seems too thin for a cap. And that may be the reason why they went ahead and put braids in it instead. But I'm not going to be manufacturing mine for mass production, because it takes a minute to get this done. And for the cost that I would have to charge for this, it wouldn't be cost effective. So yeah, that was an idea I had that I kind of squelched really quickly. So this one I think went for like $20, $25. And it's going to cost, I mean, the hair alone is going to cost you at least 10 bucks, I guess. Maybe $10, maybe more. And then you got to pay for the cap. The cap's probably like $5. So that's what, $15? I guess charging $25 is not that bad, but you're not considering the labor. And there's a lot of labor in sewing braids into a cap like this. So I would not be able to make, you know, my time money back. Not just my supply money, but my time money. I wouldn't be able to make that back by making something like this. But it's kind of cool if you want to sew one and put it together for yourself, which I did. So yeah, so this one, yeah, I just put it together myself, and I picked my own cap because I wanted a cap that was closer to the color of the hair, or at least would match the hair, as opposed to having a black cap. But anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys because the wigs that are sewn in scarves happen to be a big deal right now, and so I wanted to share this Vivica Fox wig with you. This one comes in 5 colors. It comes in a 613, a 99J, a 1B30, a 430, and the 42730 that I have on. So yeah, so if you're interested in CAPDO by Vivica Fox, I believe they have them at Hair Stop and Shop. I think that's where I had to get mine because I believe the other online stores didn't have them anymore, or they just weren't available. But you might just check around. She's called Bray. CD Bray, CAPD Bray is what she's called. They gave her a name, so I'm wondering if maybe they have others that are like hair, or maybe other types of cap wigs that they're coming out with, because I figure why would they give her a name if they only have one? So I don't know, I have not researched it to see if they have another one. But they're also saying that you can put this, like, you can put the hair like in the hole in the back, you know, the hole that's back here, you know, this thing right here. Yeah, they're saying you can pull it all back and put it in there as well. But again, it's bulky. And my head is 22 inches and this thing is tight on me. So yeah, and even though it has like a little adjustment in the back, my adjustment is loose and it's still tight. So if you have a bigger than a 22-inch head, this may not be ideal for you. Again, my hair is not braided down, but yeah, it's still just trying to get it on the top of my head, and which is flat, you know, not to mention the back of my hair, which is not braided. It's not easy to do. But anyway, so oh, another thing is when you get this particular cap wig, it comes with what they're calling diamond cubits, like little styling accessories. They're having you put them here. So it looks to me like you'd have to, I don't know, would you have to sew those in? I think you have to sew them in, unless they got stickies in the back. I haven't even opened them to see what's on the back, so let me look and see whether you can peel something off the back of these to put them on the hat. Nope, nope, nope. There's nothing to peel. There's nothing to peel on this thing, so I guess you'd have to get your own glue and glue them on. I think the point is to like glue them onto this part right here, because if you look at this picture, if you look at that picture with all the little diamond things, I think that's what they want you to do, is put these little diamond things on the front. But you know, hey, girlfriend is too old for that kind of thing. So anyway, for this cap wig too, if you want to get serious. But anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys because, like I said, it's kind of been all the rage with this scarf wig and everything coming out. So I wanted you to see the cap wig, and there are other companies that are selling cap wigs. If you just Google a cap wig on the internet, you're going to come up with a couple of companies that are also doing the cap wig. So if you're interested in CAPDO, I will put the information down in the description section for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And as I always say, ladies, if you're going to show love to anyone today, please show it to the creator. I'm still looking good, and of course, so are you. See you next time.